This conference will now be recorded.
Venkat, I'm getting error like this while I try to restart. Adventure works, but
No, there is no Adventure Works table, I believe. So that should be a table name,
okay, not a database name.
not the database name. There should be a table name. Oh, this is perfect, in fact. So this is what Adventure Works 2012. Where did you download from? Is it the same database? I mean, the same link I have given, or
No. The same you see here, the 2012.
okay? So because oh, okay. I have downloaded the wrong one. Okay, maybe got it.
Am I downloaded the right one?
Yeah, you have downloaded the right one. So that's a good one, because I have downloaded the OLAP, that is analytical
Okay.
processing one. Yeah.
So every time I need to just select like this and execute.
What you need to do is, after use, you need to give a go. After use Adventure Works 2012, you need a go statement. Yeah. Enter and then give it. Yeah, there in the next line you give the go. No, above select statement. Not there. Use Adventure Works 12. Next line go. That should be in the next line. Exactly.
So every time I need to select this,
Every
and
time
I
you
have
have
to
to.
go.
Yes.
Or is there any shortcut?
No, there is no shortcut for this one. You have to select it. But if it is only one statement, you don't have to do that. So simply don't, without even selecting it, you can do it.
Okay. Yesterday, you were discussing about databases. You said there are two types of databases. One is system, one is user.
Yeah.
So system you explain the master model.
Yes, the system level databases
So
have like yeah, master, model, tempdb, and msdb.
so I think user we didn't discuss.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I think we can start. So here or you share your screen and explain. Venkat?
Yeah. Okay.
So can we start? Like, you want me to share my screen?
No, I will. And I will share my screen. I will just.
So this is the right one, correct? The one I downloaded.
Yeah, that's the right one.
One more thing, I'm getting an error while creating the database.
Hmm.
I'm not able to do it in DB store, but I'm able to do it in the another folder. So do I need to assign any permissions to this? Why am I not able to create the
Yeah.
database on this?
Okay. Read only is there, right? Remove that read only at that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And sometimes you may have to give permission of everyone. Right click on that and then give everyone so that you will be able to the security.
Actually, I given full access, full control. Looks like it is
Okay.
giving it. This is the reason.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I will unshare my screen. Yeah, go ahead.
So the user databases are nothing but the databases that we are creating to this AdventureWorks, all these databases. But these are the user databases, like whatever we created. See, another thing now, yesterday what I did was, if I want to change it, I am changing it here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of that, what I want to do is, I want to do it here. So automatically it will be changed here.
Okay, okay. I think I tried this.
Okay. I am refreshing it so that it will be available. This is the data warehousing. Okay.
Another restore.
Yeah, this is no. This is for the analysis services. I was telling about the cubes and all, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is for the. I will tell you. So we have OLAP and OLTP. Okay, this is nothing but online analytical processing. And this is online transaction processing. Okay, this is to study the historical data and predict the future trends. Whereas this one is like, for example, any the bank transaction that you are doing it, or any payment gateway transaction that you are doing it. So that is, you are immediately, whatever you do it, you see the result. Okay. Okay. Whereas the OLAP one is nothing but you will be having a bulk of data. You will be studying the data. Okay. So this is for the OLAP. This is what we are interested in.
What are these two? These two are like any.
No, no. Basically, these are like in the data, what kind of database systems you have it. If you see this one, this database, is it OLTP database or OLAP database? That's how they ask. Okay, this is OLAP database.
So this is a database type.
Yeah, database type.
So while we create any database type, sorry, suppose.
No, this is the logical one. I mean, not the. It is not part of any database. Property or anything, but this is a logical separation that you do. Any transaction oriented applications, like for example, this you normally you will be using it in the 3-tier or n-tier architecture
Okay.
of web applications.
Let's say banking.
Sorry.
We can, OLTP is nothing but the more transactions like banking.
Yeah, it is more related to the day-to-day transactions. Okay, you can say it is day-to-day transactions. Example,
OLTP also a database, but we use not that frequently. Am I correct?
Which one, Shiva?
OLAP is also a database, but we don't use so frequent.
So correct. This is also a database, but for any reports, okay, and for any dashboards, we will be using this database. Okay, here in the OLAP, the data will be denormalized. Another important thing is in OLAP, the data in the database will be denormalized. Okay, there are normalization rules are there, which I will tell you. So here in OLTP, the data is normalized. The data is normalized in the sense like when we'll be applying the deposit data tables only. Okay. Now, yesterday we were talking about the schemas, right? So, if you notice, in this, these three are under DBO schema, and rest of all are under human resource schema, person schema, production schema. So, this is the schema I was talking about. Schema is nothing but what is the schema? Schema is a logical separation of the database objects to categorize the tables. Okay. So, let's continue the select statement. So select star from it is giving contact is a invalid object name. So why is that? Can you tell me? I'm giving person dot.
Because the person that contact table is not there.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
So now if you see, I'm trying to retrieve the data from
person dot. Okay.
So let me see without schema can I give it or not. This is also not there. So when a schema is specified, okay, when a non-default schema is specified, then we have to specify the schema name before the table name. Whereas if you see this one, I have database log. Okay, so I am this I got the data. For DBO, the schema is not mandatory. Okay, but other than DBO, other than the basic the default schema, the schema name has to be specified.
Okay.
Now, what this does? So this is bringing all the records in the
Person dot person.
yeah person dot person. Now instead of that, so if I want to select only few columns in this, first name, last name, so if you see all the column names or the field names are separated by the comma, and for the last one we don't need a comma. If you have a comma, then you will have it will show an error. So it's going to show that incorrect syntax. Okay. Now
The first three tables starting with the DBO, there you didn't specify correct schema.
Yeah, it is not specified in the schema.
Is it common? Is it common in all the databases?
No, it is not common in all the databases. What does this mean is like when you are designing the database, this is how we have to design the database. For example, error log, database log, and build version. These are all common to all these schemas. This does not come under any of these schemas. This is common to the database.
Unique names.
Yes, kind of. It is not unique, but it is common.
Okay.
Because if you put it in human, then human resources, then you may have to use it in person also, and or maybe in the production also, or maybe in the sales also, or in the purchase also. So that's the reason. So rather than putting it in one particular schema, since this is common and used across all these schemas, so they have given it in the default schema. Okay. Now I have around how many records it is showing?
From
It's
19,000,
showing
20,000.
around 19,972. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to filter out. So what I'm doing is I'm filtering where first name is equal to Kim. Okay. So that means out of 19,972, okay, 19,972 rows. So it is going to filter it out with the names whose with the persons whose first name is equal to Kim.
Yeah.
So it is around
Okay.
10 rows.
Okay.
Okay. So this is like exact match, Alex.
It is not case sensitive.
That's what I want to tell you. So, now, how many records we got it?
51.
51.
51.
Now, even if you give like this, it is 51. Okay, it is not case sensitive. If you want, you can make it case sensitive. Okay, if you want, you can make it case sensitive. But by default, it is not case sensitive.
Even the SQL commands also not case sensitive, correct? Any small wording.
Yeah, this is, you can give it like this also. But the best, I mean, the best practice is to have all the SQL keywords in the upper cases. So this is how it should be. So this is how it should be.
Yeah, 51 rows.
Okay. Now in this, Alex is there. So I want first name is Alex and second name is say Collins. Okay. So now what I need to give is I need to give and last name is equal to. So always, since this is a varchar type, it is a string type, so we need to give it in the single quotes. So what I am doing is I am giving it like this. If I don't give it in the single quotes, let's see what you will get it, invalid column name. So it thinks that as another column name. So there is only one record. So these are this where clause. So where clause in the select statement is used to filter the records in a table or combination of tables. Okay, basically, and select statement is used select statement is used to fetch the records, okay, either from a table or from combination of tables or from view. So this is whatever the this is to get all the records from the person table in a person schema. Now if I want to hide this one, so what I'm going to do, control R.
Okay.
Okay, again control R, and then to get all the records in a person table. Whose first name is Alex, so I will give you these things in the so that it will be useful for you. I'm sending it in the chat. So now in this one, I want the first name is Alex, last name is either Adams or Collins. How do I? Can you tell me?
Select first name, last name from person.person,
Hmm.
where first name is Alex
Alex, and either the last name, either this one or this one, Adams or Collins.
and last name equal to Collins, or maybe we need to use or statement.
Yeah. In fact, what I would say is, so rather than doing like this, so I will just so first I will go with the simple one. First name either Alex or Michael. So it is you see all the names with the Alex and Michael first name. So there are
Okay.
around 105 records are there.
Okay.
So you can give like this also. Now, I want to select all the people. Already I have selected this, right? So all the people whose first name is not Alex. How do I do that? So this means like this. Get me the people is not Alex. Okay. So how you do it is like this. You can do it where not first name equal to. This is one way of doing it. You will get all the records except the Alex.
Not is the
Yeah, not. This is one way of doing it, or else you give like this, not.
that is the symbol for not.
Yeah, not. 19, see if you see, 1,999,21 records have come. So it is the same thing. Either you put here or here. Okay, it is going to give the same result.
Okay.
So you sometimes have unambiguous I mean, where clauses will be there. For example, first name, last name, and I also want to select the I have title, right? So title is equal to, so since it is a string, so I'm giving it as okay, and like this. So is it this and this, or is it first like this and then this? So it is kind of confusing to the SQL Server compiler. So what we need to do is, okay, either you specify like this, okay, like this, or whatever the conditions are there, so just give it like that.
Okay.
Okay, you need to then first it will evaluate this one and then this one. Okay, so now what it does is, from the person dot person table, it is going to select title with ms dot and with this. Most likely the combination may not be there, so we will not get any records. We will get 0. Okay, so maybe it is. So this is how we need to segregate if you have multiple conditions and all. Okay. Now the same thing, if you see, you can also give it like this. See, the result, it changed completely. First one, how many records you got? 20 records you got. Okay, that means what it understood is title must be Mr. Okay, first name either Alex or Michael.
Okay.
Okay, so first name is only it's bringing Alex or Michael.
Yeah.
Second one, if you see, if we change the combination, that means title is equal to Mr. and first name Alex. That means it will bring all these records. This one record it will definitely bring. And apart from this, first name equal to Michael. That means whether it can be null or some other, we are not giving the condition like, okay, what is the title for Michael, we are not specifying it. Only for Alex, we are saying, okay, you bring with title Mr. Okay, if you see the data, you will understand. For Michael, even it is the title is not there, also it is bringing the records.
Okay.
Okay, so it will completely change the. So if you want to restrict like this, like earlier, the same thing now you can also write it like this. It is like again like top one.
Yeah.
Same 20. See, like in this, what is common? Title Mr. is equal. Title is equal to Mr. is common. Hence, we have taken this. It's just like the math sums only, mathematical sums. So whatever is common, that we are taking it out. So similarly, you are taking it out. Title is equal to Mr. and first name. So this means internally the SQL Server will take it like this. This title is equal to Mr. and first name is equal to Alex, or title is equal to Mr. and
And
first name is equal to, these two are same. Yeah. So can be written like this also. Same. This is select records, whose title is Mr. and first name is either Alex or Michael. This also sending it to you so that so you understood the brackets where to give and where not to give it, right? So if you even if sometimes the developers what they will tell is I'm giving it, I'm writing it correct only, but for some reason it is not working. So they want the result like this, but they will be writing it like this.
Yeah.
which is wrong. Okay, their interpretation is wrong in that scenario. Okay, and you have the operators here. I will show you the operators. Now, what did I say here? Now, not equal to means I can give it like this also. This is also bringing the same inputs. You can give like this also. It's the same thing. So either you give less than, greater than, or exclamation equal to. So all these are not symbols. However you want it, whichever you want it, you can use it. Okay. This, comma, this, and not. It is two expressions not being equal to each other. This is, right? This is equal to. Okay. Now, in this scenario, what is there? These are nulls. Okay, from this one. Select title, first name, last name, where first name equal to, or how do I exclude nulls? I want all the Alex's whose title is not there.
So we can write no.
Here, how do I write it? I want
and and
okay.
and title equal to
Hmm.
title title equal to Mr.
I want only nulls. That means I want to identify where the Mr. is not there. So I want to put the title basically.
Yeah, then we can give just null, title equal to null.
Okay, title equal to null.
Put it in the single quote.
We'll give it in the single quotes. Why single quotes? Because it is a string.
Yeah, it's a
right?
string.
Yeah. So this way it will not work. It will not give any. Okay, even if you give like this, it will not.
Okay.
This will not give. So how do I give it?
Should not be null. Okay, we want only null, right?
I want null. So what we need to do is we have to give is. For null itself, we have to give it like this.
Okay.
Okay. Only for null, we have to give is. So another operator is null. So you can give small small letters or uppercase or smaller case. So that doesn't matter. So this will bring you only null. Now if I want to,
If we give title is Mr. also, it will not work.
yeah, it will not work. So if I want to find out how many all, so there are around 18,963 people are there in the entire person table for which the title is missing.
Okay.
Okay. So now I want for Alex, if you see, you are getting around 50 rows. You have the records where
Okay.
the title is missing. I
Missing.
want to find out, I want to find out, is there any Alex who has got the title?
Who has?
Who has the title? That means either Mr. or Mrs. Okay.
So we can use title is not null.
Ah,
Not
what we need to do is we don't know what title he might be getting it. So what we need to do is not null.
So is used only for null.
Yeah, is only used for null. That means totally. Now
Only one.
I want all the Alexes whose title is null and not null. How do you get it?
So we need to write two different statements.
So I see what I want is, so select all records whose first name is Alex and title is null and title is null or not null. How do I get it?
We can just filter with first name equal to Alex. Then yeah,
Okay, and
that's fine, right? It will give
that's
both.
very good, very good. I'm trying to confuse you. So normally people, some people, what they write is, this is how they write it.
I understood.
This is not required at all. Okay, so why to
Okay.
complicate? Simply, I'm just asking with this. There is no other way, right? So simply, I mean, you can, right? You'll be getting 51 rows. One with the title, the other one is with not any title. Okay. Now, I want all the, this is another query. I want select all the records with last name starting letter with W.
Select the title, comma last name.
Hmm. So I will give instead of,
yeah, last name. First name is not required right now.
yeah, first name is not required.
Okay, where last name?
Yeah, in this, what we need to do is we have to give a statement called like whatever the letter that you wanted and percentage.
Okay.
Okay, it is like wildcard. Okay.
So the
So
last name starts with
yeah.
W. It must give. Okay.
Now let's see how many records we will have. So all with
Correct.
W. Now if I want WA, so it will be more filtered.
Yeah, it should be less than this.
So that means WA only it will filter it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I give G, so it will be further filtered. Okay. It will, if I give one more G, then only one record will be there.
Only one record.
Okay. So another thing is here
Like.
Okay. So not like also you can use it. Okay. If you just use it is the negative negation of the statement. So just to so what does this bring? First name is Alex and last
First
name
name
is
is
not.
Alex.
Yeah,
And
last name is not starting.
That not starts with W.
Yeah. So other than W, so earlier we have 51 records, right? So now 3 records are there. So we just wanted to see how many records are there. You can also just only select the part of the query and then you can execute. Totally 51 rows are there. So that means with last name W, you have only 3 records. That also you can get it. These 3 records are excluded now.
Okay.
Okay. Now Alex and Michael are there, right? I don't want these two people. Okay. So I want if I want to copy one particular line, all you do is Control C. Just be anywhere on the line, Control C. It will copy.
Complete line. Okay.
Yeah, complete line it will copy. So be anywhere in the line, Control C, and then Control V, paste it. You will get this one. So this will what it will bring. First name is Alex and first name is equal to Michael. But I don't want this. I want all the persons whose first name is not Alex
Or Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. Select title, first name, last name from person.
Or else I will start with the other way. 1 second. Now I want the first name with Robert also, Ken also, all these.
Other than Alex and Michael, right?
No, all these first names I want it with Alex, Michael. First, let's write first. Select all records with the whose first name is Alex Michael, Ken, Terry, Roberto, Rob, Gail, Joseph, Dylan, and Diane. How do I give it?
We can give where first name equal to single quote Alex, again single quote Michael, comma, single quote Ken. Am I correct?
No, we cannot give it like this. I mean, you are saying that, okay, like this you are telling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're almost there. You're almost there. Instead of is equal to, all you need to give is in.
First name in. Okay. First name in. And we must continue the bracket or
Yeah. That you have to give it.
okay. So the names and all not case sensitive.
No, it's not case sensitive. So now what I'm doing is, if you notice, see, for all these first letters, I need to give single quotes, right? I can give like this single quote. So this is I'm taking. So instead of that, what I'm doing is Control Alt down arrow.
I understand.
Okay.
It will not select the complete text.
Yeah.
The one line it will select.
Yes. So what I'm doing, Control Alt plus down arrow.
I think this is I think it is there.
Okay.
That is why I know this.
Okay.
Good, you are teaching many shortcuts. Thank you.
So because I mean, so these are the things for the faster ways of doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, now it is giving an error. Can you tell why
It
this
should
is?
be in the same. It should be in the same. No. After Michael, comma is missing.
Exactly. Good. Okay. Now, okay.
In.
So this is,
Oh,
yeah. You can use in operator, like if you have multiple values. Similarly, what it can do is not in also. So it is bringing
not
all
in.
the records whose first name with this one. Now it is the negation. So you can either give not like this or here also. It is same 19741.
So instead of not, we can give the greater than, less than symbol also.
Uh, Here we cannot give it because so this one we cannot give it. Okay, so it should be not only. Okay. So similarly, if you have any uh,
production.
Okay. So what I want is like I want all the products. I want all the products whose stock level is less than 1000, so that I can order for that. Okay.
Less than 1000. Okay.
Yeah. Safety stock level less than.
Safety stock level.
See, this
Okay.
I'm hoping this is a number, so hence we don't need the single quotes. Okay. So you can use the operators that you are using it. Here you are using less than.
Less than.
And here this is excluding 1000. If you want 1000 also. Okay. So or
1001.
yeah, I will give less than or equal to.
Less than or equal to. Okay, understand.
Less than or equal to.
Okay.
Okay. So 50. Now, if you don't give this one, then this particular thing will be excluded.
So 100. 500 will not be shown.
Yeah, 500 will not be there.
For 99 also it will display if exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this one, now safety level between 100 and 500. This is another operator. Okay. Now see this one. Stock level between 100 and 500.
So in the websites when you book anything, choose the price between 1000 to 1500.
Yeah.
Suppose you are booking a ticket in Redbus, and there you can select the price, right?
Yeah, you can select the price.
That comes here, like we in turn the developer write the
Yeah,
SQL like.
exactly. That yes, that's how it will be coming in the database.
Okay.
Okay, so now if you see this one, between 100 and 500 means it is including 500, the
And
border conditions. Yeah, and 500 means, so it is the inclusive of this end statements, this ending numbers, or the lower limit and upper limit.
okay.
Okay, okay. Whereas here, sometimes people, the developers, what they do is, I'm writing like this, and for some reason it is not including 100 and 500. So if you want to include, give between. Otherwise, just give this one. Now,
Which means greater than 100 and less than 500.
yeah.
Okay.
So this is okay. This is giving safety is greater than 100, above 100, and safety stock level is less than 100. Sometimes, see, it will not be understood. So, for that reason, for that scenario, what you need to do is you need to give this. Okay, it is negating. So your understanding is or you want it like safety stock level is greater than 100 and safety stock level is less than 100, 500. All the records you please bring it. So this is how you need to give it using between.
Okay.
Okay, this it will not be fetching any records. Okay. Now less than or equal to you have given.
It is not giving any data. You are giving greater than 100. Okay, fine. And less than 500.
So this will not be understood by the SQL Server. Okay.
Okay.
In the same this one, safety stock level greater than 100 and safety stock level, first it will give this.
Okay.
Okay, all this. Now
Okay.
it will think like this. So the combination will not be there. So it will give it will return no records.
Okay, understood.
Okay, so now again I'm copying Control C. I want to
Greater than or equal.
or greater than or equal to. Yeah, this is again same thing for all the stock.
More than 500. Okay.
Let me see, is there any stock greater than? No, it's not that. So I will give it. Only the records are there. Greater than or greater than or equal to. So this also. The earlier ones I've already copied to you, right? I've given it to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do one thing.
Can you send the SQL file, the one you
File
are?
itself. Yeah, I will say. I will give that. That is better instead of.
Yeah.
Okay, that is better.
Can we take a quick break?
Sure. Yeah. Just give me 10 minutes. I will join.
Okay, time 4:26, right?
Yeah.
10 minutes, I'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Venkat. Yeah.
Thank you.
This
Venkat?
conference will now be recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
Okay. So with this, except this one, the rest of all the the operators in the select statement we have used it. So I will tell you when we come to the subqueries and all these things.
Okay. So, being a database admin, I must know all of these. But
Yeah. See,
this developer must know everything, right?
there are two things actually. In my earlier company and all, the database developer will write the query.
Okay.
Okay, they will give it to the database administrator to execute. When the database
Understood.
administrator, database administrator is executing it, so they think that database administrator will validate the statements that developer has given, and so that's the reason we need to know. I mean, it is good to know
Okay.
all these things, but for there are few companies where they only deal with the database backups, restoring it, and creating new databases, assigning new roles and users. That's it. Nothing more than that.
Understood.
They don't do.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, so now I want to give one sample with the uh, date. Okay. Ship date from sales sales order header. There, ship date between date also we have to give it in the single quotes. Only for numbers we don't need
Integers, we don't need.
integers and float. We don't need any single quotes.
Okay.
Okay. So this we are selecting it from the different table, that is sales order header, and ship date between 7/28/2002 and this one. Okay, so it is not there. So let us see whether the records are coming or not.
Okay.
Okay, records are there, and so this is in the DDMMYY or MMDDYY. Normally, if it is like this, okay, so then it will be confusing whether it is in DDMMYY or in
MMDDA.
MMDDYY. So when I tell the date functions, string functions, and all, so that is when I will tell you the how to change the format.
Okay.
Okay. So null values you have done, and wildcards like we will use it. Now the records that are coming here, you see, take anything. Okay, it is coming O, it is T, J, it is not in a particular order.
Okay. Sort.
Okay, it is kind of yes, sorting. So now what I'm doing, I'm going here. This is order by first name. See, all with A.
Understood. Okay.
Okay. Similarly, if I want it in the first name descending, by default it will be, it is by default ascending. But if you want to specifically say that descending, then this will be in the descending order.
Descending.
I'm sorry, this one.
Yeah, yeah.
First name.
First name. Okay.
Okay. So now you can also give the combination. First name, and then what are the persons here?
So these strings, right, is common in other databases.
Strings in the sense like
The strings means is, null, like, in,
yes, yes, yes.
between.
In other
Select.
databases, in the sense like for MySQL and Oracle, you are saying.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, in Oracle you have in, but is I don't think you have it there. But null you have it there, and in
That's
Oracle you
fine.
have
Like I just wanted to confirm. So few things may change, but most of the things.
most of the things it is
Fine.
same.
Okay, okay,
Most of the things it is same.
okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Now, in this, what I'm trying to do is order by first name, then modified date. Just give like this. If you say this one, first it will sort by this. After that, it will sort by this column.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Understood.
First name and then modified. So if you see this one, this Aaron is there. But if, instead of this, if you give last name, you know, first you got it Aaron Con as a fourth record. Okay, and Aaron Nichols is the fifth record. Now this will change the order. Fourth record is completely okay.
No,
First
no, I
name.
didn't. I didn't get this. I did not get this. See,
Okay.
we can order only either first name or last name, correct? Not
No, no, no,
last name.
no, no. You can do it both. I will show you.
See, here we order only first name.
First name. Then I want here also, even in this also, if you see Alexander is there. So I want after Aaron it is Alexander. I want to come. It should be coming in.
Okay.
So
Understood.
Aaron Adams, Aaron Alexander. So first
Okay.
this will be the record will be filtered with this, then with the last name.
Okay, okay. Understood, understood.
Instead of last name, if you do it, modified date, then the again it will be different. Whereas if you do it
The
like this,
modified date will be applicable only for each character.
yeah. Now I'm doing like this: first name, last name. So this is one statement. Okay. First name,
This
last
is
name is ascending. But first name is all Aaron. Now last name I want descending.
ah,
So,
understood.
yeah.
Understood.
Now, if I want, then normally when you are writing it, how many records are there and all, select. If I want to, okay, I'll show you this. Yesterday we saw this one, right? Select top. Okay. If you see this one, it is giving top and then the number.
Okay.
Okay. You can give top one.
So only one.
One. So top 10. So you don't want all the records to be fetched, just only want to see what is the schema of the table. Now again, if you see this one, it is in the master database reference, but it is using the fully qualified name of the this database name,
Okay.
schema name, and then the table name.
Schema is sales. Table is
Schema is sales. This is the table name.
Okay.
Yeah, in this, um, so people normally how they write is, okay, never use star. Don't bring all the records or all the columns.
Okay.
So only let's use specifically whatever we wanted, limit that to the need when we are retrieving the from the database. Okay. So in this, so if you want to remove it, so it will be Control X. Okay. So yeah, Control plus X to remove the line. Okay. So top 10 or top 5. So this is how you will give it. But in this one, what is this? It's in the order of database dot schema dot table. So that's how it is.
Okay.
So fully qualified name. Okay. You will also have, when you are talking about the link server.
One second. One
Yeah.
second. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, Venkat, carry on.
case of linked servers, suppose if you want to connect to other data center database, and okay, if you want to use the database queries and all from that particular database, so what you need to do is, so here it will be server dot database dot schema dot table. So here there will be another thing, the linked server. So this is also fully qualified name, but if you are not using linked server, then this is the fully qualified name.
Okay.
Okay. Now I have select. Okay, this statement, this is there, right? Now I want to create a table from this select statement. Can I create a table using a select statement?
I don't think so. I think we need to.
Answer is yes. So how we do is select. Okay, select star from, and we are giving it like this. Instead of star from, we are limiting the columns. Let's give it like this. This is how we give the syntax, right? So it is how many records are there? 19,000 records are there. Okay. So I don't want all 19,000 records, only top 25 records I want it. So this is how you give it. Okay. What I am doing here is into whatever the new table name. Okay. So DBO dot, I'm giving DBO dot customer 25. So what is the syntax? Simply select star from customers I have, say for example. So how you give it? Into new table name. This is the table name.
Okay. New table and existing table. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All you're doing is, this is the extra thing. Okay, select star or whatever you want it from this. But instead of that, you're doing this one.
Into. So DBO customer is the new database now.
Yeah, it'll create, no, not new database. It'll create a new table now.
New table. I'm
Underneath,
sorry.
yeah, new table. So now it is 25 records. Okay, now you see here customer
Okay.
25. So now what I am doing is, since I know only a few columns are there in this, and I don't need this also. So I'm just saying. Okay, so you can also.
Why you didn't do DBO dot customer, because it is the basic one.
Yeah, that's the default one. So default one, we don't have to use it.
We can use or we cannot. It will work.
Uh, it, we can also use. The best practice is to use, but database will understand. So we will, unless we throw an error, when we get an error, we will not use it. So most of the people, they don't use it, but it's a good practice to use it. Okay. So what this does, create a new table called customer 25 using select statement. Now I want to tell group by. So that is, I will take the same example. I want to know whose first name is Aaron and whose first name is Abby total. Okay, we learn that, sorry, how much, what is the count of the persons whose first name is Alex and whose first name is Michael, and how many employees are there with the first names of Alex, Michael, Ken, Terry, Joseph, Diane, and Gigi. So I want to find it out. So for that, what you need to do is you have to use group by.
You remove not in that.
Yeah. Group by first name. But I want the count or the sum or, okay. Let us see. Only this much it came. You can use simply first name. So with the Alex, the total number of persons that we have is 51. With Diane, it is 27.
Understood. Okay.
Okay. So now if you see, this is no column name. So we can also give alias name.
It will just display. It will not be from the table.
Yeah, it is count.
Count.
Normally, let's not give count because count is if you see, this is also a count. This is also a count. So normally we should not be using like that, a count of first name.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, I have not selected this. Yeah, this is another issue that you will get it. If you see, if it see what this means is it is not part of the group by clause. It is saying it is not part of the group by clause. So this will not give any result. If you see count of first names. Okay. In this, if you want to put a where condition, you can put, or you can have having. This is for filtering. Having title is not null. See, you cannot use title without specifying that in the,
In the first. Okay. Okay.
yeah. If you want to use it, what you have to do is,
Where?
yeah, but it cannot be used here. It will be here.
But we haven't selected the title.
So that's what it is giving. So what it is giving is, in the first issue it is giving title is not part of the
Correct.
group by. So you need to give as part of the group by. Whether you give it here or not, it's not matter. It doesn't matter. But it should be grouped by. Then it will work. So you see Alex, only one record if you see. We don't have
But title, we didn't get the title, Mr. Null and all.
uh, no, title we will not be getting it. Title we will not be getting it. If you put the title, then it will be a problem because it will say it is not aggregate function. We can give that. You see,
Why
it
did
will
we
give
select
an
the
error.
why did we select title here? Is not null. Why did you select?
Which one?
Okay. I'm clear. I'm clear. Execute that again.
Yeah.
So, understanding, though you don't select the title above, you can also select the title with the group by
Yeah,
option.
you can all no, even though we don't select it, so we are filtering it based on the title. So that's only thing is we will not be displayed. It will not be displayed. So if we
Ah,
display, it will be clear for us.
okay, okay, understand.
Okay, and sometimes it is not. It's not required to display this. Also, I mean, when we are sending all these, selecting all these records. Okay, in the application side, it is not required. It will be unnecessary network bandwidth of sending data from the back end to the front end.
Understood.
Okay, if it is required, yes, you can select it.
Got it.
Okay, so this is the group by. You can also see this. Let me see. I'm sorry. Already I've given where, so it is given twice. Okay, and the title is. I can give, and you can give like this, or like this. It gives the same thing. Both the above SQL and below SQL gives the same result. Okay, either this one or
So,
having
Venkat,
both also.
one small question. One
Yeah, yeah,
with the output only with the first name Alex is only just one.
yeah. And so how do we say this one? Let's yeah, that's a good question. In fact, it is only one. So we have seen last time 51 records are there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Rest of all 50 records are with nulls. If you see this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it is always good to have a cross check.
Noted.
Now, when you are using the group by, you have to use the aggregate functions. Okay. When you are using the group by, in the select statement, we need to use aggregate functions. Okay. For the columns which are not part of group by. So what does this mean? Means take the sales out of which order is there. Yeah. So now what I'm doing is I'm selecting order date here. If you are selecting order date, then in the group by, it should be there. Whatever you are selecting here, so this is what I've written here. When you are using the group by, in the select statement, we need to use aggregate functions for the columns which are not part of group by. This is part of the group by, so this cannot be okay. But I want all the total dues, total sum of dues. So I cannot use like this. So I want the sum of total dues. For this order date, what are all the dues that are there? Okay.
The sum of total is a table.
Yeah, sum is an aggregate function. Just like we have used count is an aggregate function, right?
Count, okay.
Sum is a is an aggregate function. And we are giving the alias name as total dues. You can give as or simply without as also with the single quotes you can give the alias name. Alias name. Now if you execute this one, so you will get on this date, this is the due. On this date, this much is the due. Okay. You are grouping by the
Dues is the table. Total dues.
Okay. Total
due
due
is the name.
Total due is the field name.
Alias name.
No, this is any name you can give it. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
That is alias
This
name. Is the alias name. Total due is the table.
Yeah. This is okay. If you see this one, totally 3,248 records are there.
Okay. So you are
now what I'm doing, see, I'm on the 1st of July. I want to sum all these things. So that's what I'm doing. Order by this date, sum it.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see how much. What is the sum for the January? I mean July 1st. Now in this, if I want to order by, you can do that, and then ascending order. Okay.
Okay. Order David total due.
Yeah.
So how did you get the TST? You executed the above one. Okay, okay, understood.
Yeah, the above one. Yeah. Even see, even for this also, I can give.
Order. Okay.
I can give. I can give even here also. I can give any alias name. Oh, sorry.
No, you cannot use.
No, I can. I can give it. Alias name I can give it.
Okay, okay.
Okay. First, how this will execute means this is how it is going to execute first. Okay. Count name. Okay. First, it is going to filter the number of records based on this where condition. Then it is going to group it based on the first name and then the title. So that's how the SQL statement will execute it. Okay. So now I want to give one more, or maybe I want to confuse.
Venkat, I'm confusing because you
Okay.
are expert.
Yeah.
I
No,
need
this
some
is the,
practice.
yeah, this is the one which I will stop it now. I mean, maybe what I will do is I will take up the one um, administrator part of thing. So this file I will give it to you. Okay. So any theory you want to hear, or you are exhausted for the day?
No, I wanted to practice all this
Okay.
today
So what I will do is I will save this.
because
Save.
these are all whatever you teach me today.
Huh.
It is all practice. I need to do practice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I will share this in through the WhatsApp, this file.
Yeah, yeah.
Or can I share it? One second. Let me see. Can I share this one?
Only chart option is there.
How do I-
See, I didn't exhausted, but the thing is,
No, no, you need to.
one
No,
by
no.
one
It
I
is
need.
correct. Correct. Yeah, you need to practice it. Correct.
Yeah. So complete week, what I will do all the practice.
Hmm.
I think in office I can practice this in any website.
Uh,
In office I am not allowed to carry my laptop or I install this. Is there any way I can do practice online? Just
One
for
second.
these things.
SQL Server. So this one, see W3 schools. Normally, this guy, this W3 guy, he will let us practice learn SQL. Let's see what he is going to.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you can practice. W3 schools is there, so
Okay.
you
Okay.
can do that. Okay. So I don't know whether it is giving records or. Mhm.
No problem. This is my problem. I'll take
No,
care
no,
of
no.
it.
I will show you. Otherwise, SQL tutorial. This is not there, and this. Um, what is that? They are not providing it. Okay. Um, Maybe just see if you have a page. They are not. Maybe in the in this one only you can try. So W3 schools is what you can.
Okay.
Let me check. I've created an database near SQL database. Okay, you need to do this right display. Then you need to write display left to the thing. To do the exchange, let me see. Okay, here it is shown. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
in
Understood.
some and okay, good. Here it showed here also. Cool,
Yeah.
and it is
Correct.
showing what are all the databases are also it is there. Orders, products, customers.
Understood.
Okay, so this is even better.
Sure. W3 school. Okay.
Yeah, W3 schools. Okay.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Okay, then we'll have the class in the next weekend.
Yeah. One thing.
Hmm.
Next Saturday is my son's birthday,
Oh,
so
okay, okay,
I'll be having my guests around. I'll not be
okay.
able to attend. So
Sunday?
Sunday is at
Yeah,
is
okay,
at
okay, fine.
in case uh, um, if I have any leaves and if I wanted to schedule in Monday, Tuesday, something like that, are you available or is it like only weekends?
No, I'm available in the weekdays also, but weekdays I come home little late, like a little late, like for example 7:30, 8 o'clock. So that time it will be too late for you people.
Understood.
Uh,
No
uh,
problem. I think I'm okay with that also. Just in case if I
uh,
have any leaves, sick leaves, if I use, I'll
yes, yes,
be
yeah, yeah.
letting
I'm
you
okay. I'm
know in
okay.
advance. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. So I have one class from 8 to 9. So which is SQL Server development only. That is for long term batch kind of thing. That is 30 classes.
Okay.
Okay. So not a problem. I mean, other than 8 to 9, maybe what I will do is I will tell 1 hour, maybe 7 to 8 like that. So whenever it is there, you have free time. So just let me know in the WhatsApp. So if I'm able to manage, so I will definitely do that.
Sure. Sure. Okay. Okay. Noted.
Okay.
Send me that SQL file. one, make a note of it.
Yeah. How do I send it? By the way, what is your email ID? If not, I will send it in the email. Or
Sure,
just
sure.
let me.
Can I push it here in the chat?
Yeah.